up on their neck, applying pressure to the max. They told me I'll make it far. They told me I'll make it far. They told me I'll make it far. I'm just trapping out the car. I need 100 grand large. Free my homies out of bars. They told me I'll make it far. I'm just trapping out the car.
Good evening. Welcome to another episode of Fresh Bar Sports Show. I'm Jabbar Harris. I'm your host and the proprietor. And on this evening of Fresh Bar Sports Show, as you can see, excuse me about that, just me. We're going to be catching up. It's just me by myself. Excuse me about that. We're going to be catching up on plenty of sports talk, sports updates, news, and etc. So, without no further ado, no time to waste. Before we dive into things, let me give a shout out to my sponsors real quick. You need any fresh gear, fresh clothing, go to Cash Baby Clothing Brand. You need fresh gear, fresh clothing, go to Cash Baby Clothing Brand. And you need any bakery, go to Diner Delights. You need a good bakery, go to Diner Delights. And intro music, Jody Blow Music. Also, we're getting closer to that time. About 3 weeks left. We're getting to that time. Y'all already see April 15th. My first ever, and it's going to be annual. We're going to keep these things going on a yearly basis. Fresh Bar Sports Show live audience show. Can't wait. Please make sure everybody get your tickets at eventbrite.com. If you didn't already, go ahead and get your tickets at eventbrite.com. And appreciate you guys' support. Appreciate you guys showing up. And let's go have a good time. You can see we got the panel of guests. I got Fatima. We got 280 plus Los. And I got Coco Chantel. Also, we got some performances by Jody Blow Music intro. And we got Nassan J. And I got Kai Breeze. It's going to be great. Sounds by DJ Vontae Smooth. So we in there got some food with the meal. The food comes with the ticket. So please, everybody come out, support. Let's have a good time. Thank you, Du Jones. He's going to be Sports Shooting Stars. Crew is going to be there filming that thing live for us on the TV. So shout out to Du Jones again with the Sports Shooting Stars. Sports Shooting Stars are going to be filming the Fresh Bar Sports Show live audience live on TV. So appreciate everybody's support and all the hands that's involved and other people that's involved behind the scenes. So appreciate everybody's support. Now, we're going to talk about more of that as we get closer to the time, but we got plenty of sports talks to get into. Let's dive into it. Ja Morant got a couple posters, dunks at his first game back. Ja Morant first game back after his suspension and a little time off to get his mind right and get everything, back on track for the, I guess for the most part, good enough to make him feel like he's able to get back on the court and, free mind. Comes off the bench for the first time in the NBA career. Comes off the bench, played 24 minutes in the 130-125 win over the Rockets. Ja Morant put it in 17 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds. Didn't look like he missed the beat. Didn't look, he didn't lose his rhythm, nothing like that. Happy to see him back out there on the court. It's good for the game of basketball. Now we can get all into the particulars and things like that. And of course, some feel as though he should have been suspended longer than the time he was. Some people feel like he should have been, in the facility that he checked in to deal with his mental issues and dealing with stress and anxiety and things like that. People feel the way they feel should have been longer. Like I said, I personally feel, you cannot put no timetable on anything. Whatever works for somebody may not work for the next person. Everybody is just normally just speaking in generalities, but there's obviously anomalies and there's special cases, and everybody's different at the end of the day. So, what worked for him and work for me or the next person might not work for for the majority. It is what it is. Just as long as everything is genuinely better and he knows and understands it's a continual process and continues showing proof. So nothing to completely beat him up about too badly. Yeah, chastise him a little bit, just let him know that you just got to be better and just get him to understand and scold him, for lack of better words, but not even scolding him, just educating him on, like he said, he realizing you have a lot to lose, and you have a lot of billions of dollars invested in you through all these organizations and partnerships that's investing money into you, and you don't want to shine that light on obviously your employer or partnerships and things like that. Your business, so like I was just saying, you got to be better. You just got to be moving accordingly because your organization unto yourself, as well as representing billion-dollar industries. But it was definitely good to see him back on the court last night. So glad I caught some of that. And like I said, hopefully everything continues to get better with him with his mental health and off the court and things like that, and just dealing with the stress and like that. And obviously that will only just make him a better player and obviously a better role model and things like that. So good to see Ja Morant back, and hopefully he do good individually, but not too much against my team. Man, we're gonna get into some other stuff involving. Well, I guess since I'm here, we might as well talk. Dillon Brooks. Now, I believe they went 6 out of 7 in Ja Morant's absence. No, not 6 out of 7. 6 out of 8 in Ja Morant's absence of the games that he was gone. And Dillon Brooks been playing a little better, in that little stretch run ever since everything blew up with him and Draymond. I guess that initial big blow up, back and forth over the media and stuff like that, and then he, it just coincided with the suspension, and the Grizzlies didn't miss a beat. They definitely did plenty of good without Ja Morant, but Dillon Brooks is trying to be the villain. I ain't no trying to be. He is the number one villain in the NBA. That's the role that he's going for, and it's ironic he is trying to be like the Draymond Green type, and also everybody know because the internet is alive, and it pulled up the clips of him appreciating Draymond, and he just letting it be known that he's just trying to be the next Draymond Green type of player, for his team when he get into the league. This is coming to the league and stuff like that. He wanted to be, Draymond Green type of player. You not accomplished like him. And obviously you're not a better player than him because he earned that Defensive Player of the Year, or Draymond Green. He earned defensive, first teams, and he earned being a major contributor. Like I said, he definitely being a major contributor to the championship run. So. Especially the defense, being undersized, doing the Charles Barkley like things, not scoring like Charles Barkley, but being undersized, playing against bigger guys, smaller guys, playing defense, being able, not saying Charles Barkley's defense was like Draymond Green, but that's just an example that I'm using. Undersized, knowing how to, use your size and still be strong to your advantage, because Draymond Green is definitely strong. And Dillon Brooks, he just got to continue to work on his game. He continue having runs like this and sustain stuff like that. He's going to get, obviously the respect that he's looking for. But he got to be consistent because he done dipped for a while after, not talking about this little run that he just had, but his game was just like dipped dramatically. He had one good year, like 2 years ago, but that's about it. And I'm just saying numbers wise because he's not really a scorer like that at all. So hey, but Grizzlies, they get Steven Adams back. Hopefully, I don't know. I gotta check it with that. I don't know what's going on with Steven Adams as far as in his return. If he should be able to be back for the playoffs or something like that. As long as he's back for the playoffs for them. Because obviously Clark is out. The other big man Clark is out, so that's a hurt piece. And you got obviously your two top centers out. That's a no-go. Jared Jack can't do it by himself down there. He had power forward, but you asking him to play center. He won't be shooting threes out there and stuff like that. Not saying he won't bang. Definitely not saying he won't bang, but he's not. I don't see the big man moves down there in the low post that he should have. He's a big body with 6'11", got some good weight, good size on him. He need to be getting some post moves down there. Get the big behind down there and get big. Get the Shaq-like numbers. That's where I'm at with it. But can't wait to see what the Grizzlies do in the playoffs. Just don't do none of that to my Lakers, because I would like to see my Lakers doing something. Given everything that transpired with trading my man Russell Westbrook off the team, I still would love to see my team win championships even though it's going to be a bitter taste in my mouth, I promise you, I'm going to just have a healthy disdain for the fact that the Lakers trade away Russell Westbrook, and then we go and win the championship. It's going to be a good, healthy amount of sustain, but still joyous that my team is, the all-time leading championships in all franchise history with our number 18 that we're so desperately chasing, because we need that. We got to have it. But Russell Westbrook, yeah, he had a good game yesterday. 18 points. He had five assists and 7 rebounds. 5 rebounds and 7 assists. He was balling out there. 1 point loss to OKC. But the Clippers they just going down spiral. I know that they going to say they correspond with the trade and having Russ being in there. Not the trade, but trade moves that they made, and then Russ coming there after the buyout. And all I know is, man, don't be trying to put all that blame on Russ, man. Stop that. Okay, he ain't the best shooter, but he's definitely cutting down on the turnovers. And he's not up there jacking up the shots all crazy no more. He's being mindful. We just need other guys to step up wherever. And you got 2 guys. We're going to address that. I'm not trying to jump the gun, but we're going to address the Paul George situation. But they got Paul George and Kawhi Leonard over there, and they got Zubac down there. They got people that can shoot the 3-pointer. But my thing is that they need to be able to, for the Clippers. That's what I'm saying. It's hard to trying to pump the Clippers up because the Clippers culture just not right. I know it's a whole makeover. I know you got new ownership, new coaches, new faces and everything, but I believe, I could be wrong. I'm not out there in LA. I could be wrong. But they understand the stigma that comes with being the Clipper versus the Lakers. Even the Clippers being good, they know they don't get the same treatment as being the Laker. Going into those spots, those who's who places with the LA culture, the LA, in the LA city, Hollywood. You're not going to get those invites like those Lakers players is going to get. Austin Reeves is getting an MVP chance, and the Lakers and the I don't care if it's the crypto, all this stuff with the crypto. I know it's not the crypto, but the cryptocurrencies and funny money, all that stuff. I don't even want to dive in none of that. That's why I don't even really like calling my Staples Center, my Lakers home, the crypto.com. So you can take it with respect or disrespect, whatever. I'm still gonna be calling it the Staples Center, and that's when Kobe Bryant was winning championships at. So yeah, everybody knows me, Kobe, family through and through. So when I refer to the Lakers arena as Staples Center, everybody knows what that means. You still got people calling the Wells Fargo the Wacoma Center. So just things like that, and then we can just go on with all these different name changes and all these arenas and stadiums across the boards. But I digress. Anyways, my whole point of that is just we got to get the number 18 championship. We got to get the number 18 championship for the Lakers. I'm talking about, so we can be top dog. We tied with Boston, 17 most in the league. We need that 18, and I'm good. But I just don't want Russ to not get no success over there as being a Clipper, because the Clipper, they're not. And he's from, and those Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, Russell Westbrook, they're from the LA area, surrounding areas. They know it ain't the same love like the Clippers. When Draymond Green was trash talking Paul Pierce, and when Paul Pierce trying to catch himself having a farewell tour a la Kobe Bryant. And Draymond Green, thank you. I cannot thank you enough, because somebody had to say it. And I bet you nobody else tried to do something like Paul Pierce did. I know Dwayne Wade had his farewell tour, but he respectfully, he ain't Kobe. Paul Pierce thought he was going to get the Kobe Bryant treatment, and Draymond Green let it be known kindly, Paul Pierce, you are not no Kobe Bryant. They don't love you like that. What you thought you was going? You thought you was Kobe? And that's my whole point. Clippers, what you think you do? Lakers, you know better. And especially those 3 kids. Those 3 guys: Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, and Russell Westbrook, growing up as a kid in the Lakers, and growing up and being an adult, knowing this through and through. The Clippers, it really don't matter. Even if you win 1 championship, the Laker Nation, Hollywood, and all the places to be, will really turn a blind eye to it. and probably act like nothing happened. Let's be frank about it. Can we be frank? Keep it a Benji out here. Now, I wouldn't be mad at the Russell Westbrook. I'm going to state this again. Winning the championship with the Clippers. I want Russell Westbrook to walk away with the championship. So wherever he's at, yes, I would like to see him win. Now, I don't want to see the Clippers win and Russell Westbrook is not contributing or he's not closing his game. That's unacceptable. So long as Russell Westbrook is playing, I'm good. But I digress. Let me move on. Anybody, please, if you want to address something that I'm talking about, please chime in. Call 717-846-5067 if you want to call in and just go back and forth with some of these topics. 717-846-5067. Get into the little baseball real quick. Shohei Ohtani wins the WBC MVP, 1 for 3, and struck out his current teammate for the Angels, Mike Trout, to win the game. Seal the deal. It's a wrap. Japan over USA, 3-2. Now, I like that it was two teammates going at each other. Of course, USA, they ain't gonna bring their pitchers. Of course, they brought their hitters, the guys that do the bat and stuff like that, swing the bat and everything, home run guys, because they getting loosened up and getting ready for the season. This is just warm up for them. You ain't trying to have your $100 million price tag pitchers out there, your closers, your starters, and none of that. You're not trying to have those main guys out there getting extra reps on their arm like that. They rather you not do nothing. To be frank, that's just what it is. Nowadays with the baseball pitchers, so I don't like that. I'm not, medical experts, and I know the analysts is going and the data and all that's going to say they need to have this rest and all that to have so they can play 25, 30 years. Well, what somebody would just want to be great for 15 years? What somebody just want to be great for 14 years? You know what I'm saying? Man, let me be great for 10 years and have a great career. And if I got 2, 3 down sliding years because of injuries, then tacking on the back end. But I'm trying to be great. I'm trying to be one of the best. I'm trying to rack up these accolades, which requires me to be on the field of play. And we trying to win championships. I'm one of the best players or the best player. It's best for our team if I'm on the field of play so we can win. I'm doing a disservice for my team to being selfish, worried about maybe playing 25, 30 years in the league because I need rest. I'm talking about I'm tired and I'm supposed to be a professional athlete. Man, y'all miss me with it. I'm a professional athlete. Baseball, that's different. You ain't got no time in the game, so you can find yourself being out there for an 8-hour shift if need be. If need be. So they don't got no time. They'll keep playing. But it ain't no hustling and bustling. You stand out. You could really sit down out there if you really want to. That'd be on you. But most of these games they got the time on it. You playing 48 minutes, 60 minutes, no more than that. We're like, come on now. And you got many breaks within that hour. Like, just stop it. Got people out here working 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 hours a day. Standing on hard concrete, hard cement, solid rock, not no hardwood floor, hard steel, concrete, everywhere between, cold in the winter, hot in the summer, all the conditions just bad, and on the feet, hours. I understand y'all running, we get that. I was a former athlete, we understand that. Moral of the story is, y'all right, y'all good. Y'all be fine. Go play that little 48 minutes. Go play that little 60 minutes. Max speed, max effort, every single play, and get plenty of rest before and after the game. And oh, by the way, you still got time to do other things. The game is 60 minutes, 48 minutes. Like, what are we talking about here? 40 minutes. Like, y'all can afford to give max effort every play, and there's plenty of stoppages and breaks in the between time. So, this low managing thing overall in all the sports, Man, it breaks my heart for real, genuinely, because it's just so disrespectful to the fan base and everything that I believe those players believe growing up. That I believe that they love their favorite player more than the team for the most part. And even if it was on even ground, they love their great player, their favorite player as much as their team. I'm pretty sure they'd be highly disappointed, disgusted, sick to the core if they go to a game and their favorite player is not playing. I mean, I don't think that's like out of this world thinking or not logical thinking, because quite frankly, we know y'all sell the stars, even in football, even in baseball. When we know how much is a team game and how much the NFL and especially the NFL and then baseball, they're trying to promote the team more so than obviously NBA know what it is. We promoting the individuals. It's the matchups. When you just all the respective programs that got the games coming on and they doing the little pregame talk and the pregame highlights of the stuff. You got 2-star players facing off. I'm not saying in real life, but just whatever graphic art, graphic design they scheme up to have the 2 great players or the next 2 great players, if those 2 great players is out, whatever the best players on the team, having them face off for the this matchup tonight or matchup tomorrow. You promoting the players. Of course, the tickets are gonna say you're not guaranteed to see any given player play, but that's being disingenuous, because you charge certain prices because of who is playing. And when I'm saying that is when you got a LeBron James coming to your town, when you got a Steph Curry coming to town, it's not because of the Warriors or the Lakers per se coming to town. I know the Lakers brand is different, but let me just give you another superstar. When you had Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook playing in OKC, nobody's paying those tickets because OKC was coming to town. You was paying the extra price because OKC had Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook coming to your city. So your ticket prices was normally a regular price if you was just say the Magic or even the Pistons or even the Pacers. I'm just throwing some mediocre teams that had not had much success consistently in the playoffs. I'm just throwing them out there. But we know based off of the market value, the ticket price is going to drop, and we got some valuable players coming in. So now it's time for us to raise the value, and that's based off of the individual players. You're splitting so much money revenue. Yeah, we understand the ticket sales. We know all that. We understand the TV packages. We understand all that. We got that, the team base and everything like that. But y'all make a boatload of money selling those individual jerseys. Y'all know that. Y'all make a boatload of money selling those individual jerseys. So we're not even gonna act like y'all don't. We're not even gonna act like y'all don't. And y'all know y'all making a boatload of the money because y'all keep upcharging those jerseys every chance you get for any reason. And y'all make a plethora of different versions of them to get because obviously somebody already got them. They gonna feel the need. They gonna need to buy another one, the same one. They need to buy another new one of a different version. The more the merrier. I mean, it's all strategically. But anyway, let me move on to some other news. Alabama suspended defensive back Tony Mitchell pending the investigation of the internal investigation, the school investigation. Aside from what he's being charged with for driving 141 miles per hour before his arrest, he was arrested last Wednesday. By deputies from the Holmes Colonial, it's in place in Florida. But Nick Saban ain't having none of that. Head coach Nick Saban, he's not having none of that. Highly disappointed, to say the least. He is upset because he knows the young man, like he was, I'm paraphrasing, but the young man knows right from wrong, and he had to, choice it. He need to choose wisely. Who's he around, things like that, and just make smarter decisions. So he definitely was highly irritated about what took place with his freshman, going to be a sophomore defensive back. So hey, hopefully he learns from this, and I mean, should he get kicked off the team and lose his scholarship? I mean, if this guy has a history, I mean, that's one thing. But if this is, the first troublings, I think he should, be on some type of probation period. Not should be losing the scholarship just like that, because he's obviously young freshman. You want to make him feel as though he don't. He can still continue to move, but you don't want him to feel as though this is it for him. Like he made this mistake and he can't bounce back. Obviously, still instill all the information that you need to still into him to make him, not make him, but have him realize as much as you can to learn from this and realize, this is it. You can't do any. You can't get a speeding ticket no more. You can't have any type of running because you're going to lose your scholarship. So that type of flow. But now I don't think he should be losing the scholarship right now if this is pretty much the first egregious offense that he had. So we'll see how things play out. So speaking of college football stuff, let me move on to Cameron Newton. Cam Newton, man. He throws passes to his younger brother at the Auburn Pro Day. All 32 teams was there. His brother Caden Newton, and he went on to his Instagram live, I believe, the day before, and let it be known there's not 32 players 32 quarterbacks better than him. He said that in some explicit words. You go watch the video, but he let it be known that there's not 32 quarterbacks better than him. Laughing at that. Because it's not, and he's thankful Auburn let him go out there to see something now. I ain't trying to throw shade on nothing. I like him. I wish the Steelers would have brought him in. Trust and believe that when I said I wish the Steelers would have brought him and give him a chance. And even still now. But he ain't win no games since 2020. That's a hurt piece. Man, Cam. He ain't win no games since 2020. Unbelievable. And he played since that. So I'm just like, man, Cam, I can't even vouch for you right now. Now I know you was in New England with that messed up situation during the COVID time. They cut you. Then you go. They cut you the following year. Then you go back to the Panthers. Then you find yourself out the league. Man. Obviously we know how bad the Panther situation was. It still is, obviously. Man, Cam, I like Cam a lot, but I can't sit here and objectively say I got good things to say currently because I don't have nothing to go off. I can say more good things about Colin Kaepernick because, hey, at least, we know the last time we saw him, but, he had a couple more wins than you at that particular time. Not saying that they had to win a season, but people would have felt much more comfortable about his throwing of the ball because that's what it comes down to. And, I guess the decision making on the field and going to the progressions or whatever else that, they're examining at that particular point. But it's definitely the consistency of the throwing of the ball accurately, which Cam Newton lacks. Colin Kaepernick do that much better at a high level than Cam Newton. But obviously Cam Newton been in, 2-3 years ago since he was in the league. Cam Newton, I hope is he working on his game and he's really showing, proving. I'm saying dropping that ball with a dime, putting it on the spot where only the receiver can get it, because that's where they're going to judge you at. And obviously, I know the 32 was up there, but it was probably low level, the lowest level scout sets you could possibly find. That their words probably don't got no type of pull. Especially if you're saying a recurring name. Maybe if you say something new, name out of the blue, they might catch your attention. But nah, I'm pretty sure ain't no top notch. Somebody who's close to the GM wasn't there. That people that can really make decisions or help make decisions and be in that room. Right? I'm telling you, not even the top notch scout was there. I hope so. This is just me guessing, but I'm just, because Auburn. I mean, I know they're gonna get a player or two drafted, but they didn't have no ballers out there this season. So I don't see no true NFL type ready player right now that came from the Auburn. So I wouldn't know why they would have been there in the first place in the drums. We understand Cam, did the video strategically the day before. So, make sure we get a couple more NFL scouts there. Now, all 32 did show, a representative of all 32 was there. So, hey, hopefully Cam Newton get a chance, because no, there's not 64 players better than him. Or for that matter, you could just say about 85, 90 players if some, quarterbacks, some teams have 3 quarterbacks. Cam Newton, I know his personality is so loud, so big to be a backup, but if you really a true starter, you comfortable in your skin. You ain't worried about how much somebody's celebrity status is going, because you clearly understand and confident in your game, and you're showcasing that. It don't matter how famous he is. They knowing me. People's going to start to know me now because I'm actually here balling out. I'm out here winning. Now, if you just an average person and you on the verge of having losing seasons, being up and down, just average status quo like that, then you really not that guy. Regardless of if you got a backup big personality, because the higher ups is basically letting you know that he's coming in to be in backup. And you feeling the pressure like that, I want you to feel pressure. I want you to know we're supposed to win because we have you. And the burden is on you. You want to be the highest paid player on the team, right? You want to be, the highest paid player on your position, right? You want to be the all eyes on you. The play caller, the shot caller, the quarterback number one. When you the quarterback number one, it gonna come with those uncomfortable questions when you had the bad games. It's gonna come with all the pressure and all the blame and all the glory. You're gonna have to take the blame if you losing, cause you getting all the glory if y'all win. And even then, you got to be diplomatic in your winning, and you have to be humble in your winning, because then your teammates going to be like, hey, you're not a good leader. He just taking all the credit. He's not shouting out the defense, not shouting out the receivers and running back, none of that. So you got to do all that. It's a quarterback, man. That's you, an organization. You got to move differently. It's a whole huge responsibility. And if Cam Newton is your backup, and I don't want to run through all this. Pat Mahomes, we ain't got to say nothing. Aaron Rodgers, still at this day, we ain't got to say nothing. Kirk Cousins. He probably not even gonna worry about it, because he knows he's accurately Kirk Cousins. He knows I'm accurately throwing the ball at a higher clip than Joe Burrow. I mean, he can come to the Steelers and take anybody's job over there for real. I believe that. Josh Allen's not gonna be worried about it. Justin Fields, they both throwing the same at this point, but obviously Justin Fields is much more elusive. He's not worried about it. Lamar Jackson. He can go down to the NFC South division and take over down there. Panthers, I don't know who they're going to draft because they got the number 1 pick, so that that may be different. So excluding the Panthers because they got the number 1 draft pick via trade. So no telling who they're going to draft, but most likely be Stroud. But Bucks, Baker Mayfield, Cam Newton could beat Baker Mayfield out. Saints, Derek Carr, really, but Derek Carr, his confidence is on a low. So it would have to take players like them, like that. But if you're really confident in your game, you're not worried about the backup. You solid and solidify yourself. So I hope Cam Newton do get the job. I don't want to see him go out like that, But I'm I'm not even gonna say it because it would not be just because he got to. If there would be his last hurrah, he definitely finished it with the Carolina Panthers. So for that is a good thing. But I wish it would be a great thing if he at least would have had a good last playoff run, at least, you know. Magic Johnson is joining a group to bid for the NFL Washington football team because this is going up for sale. So I ain't gonna be mad at the business mogul, Magic Johnson, getting something else to add to his portfolio. And hey, after everything that franchise has been going through and what they, not necessarily what they've been going through, what they've been putting people through, excuse my words, what that franchise has been putting people through, I think, man, it needs a good facelift like that. Now, obviously, it's going to be, he going to have other partnerships and stuff like that, but, you know, Magic Johnson, unless it's, I mean, truly, it would have to be, I know it could be another football player involved, but you have to, you can't just be a Hall of Famer. You got to be in one of those rooms. Those are exclusive VIP rooms in the Hall of Fame. You got to be a member of that to have a little more sway to be to truly be considered by the masses the face of that franchise or even the general public, because Magic, you know, he may not be given like the running the football business. Like the football person, if it was a football person, you know, you probably let them do it like that, like not necessarily the business side. You know, Magic gonna do the business thing, but make sure, you know, the football guy be the president of the football operations and things like that. But Magic is so famous, such an icon, such that guy. He's going to be the face of the Washington franchise. Unless it was a John Elway, a Dan Marino, a Joe Montana, you know, one of them a great like that. Deion Sanders. I mean, so, you know, I'm just throwing. It got to be greats. It got to be greats. Just because obviously it's in the NFL world, that's all. But hey, I hope they get it. I know a couple of different people is bidding for it, and especially getting some minority ownership group in there, getting more of that, get more representation in there. So that'll be a plus. So, you know, hopefully, we do get somebody of color, and it would not be. I would not be mad if it's somebody that's notoriously, famous and has the status as a Magic Johnson. I know there's other people, but, you know, especially the businessman that he is, and the kind-hearted and pure soul that he is on top of all that. Wouldn't be no better person to be, ownership group with and partnership with than Magic Johnson. So he ain't gonna do nothing but bring value to the NFL. Add on. And if I don't even want. I know this is happy, I know this was, the news already broke, but I gotta say something. NFL owners is giving Roger Goodell another extension. Oh, please, whatever. Give me a break. I could really do without Roger Goodell, for real. Now, I know for some people saying Roger Goodell's a good guy. He's a good man. He's only doing what the owners say. So, it's not like I had any personal relationship with him or any run-ins with him. But, man, like, you just doing everything that the owner's saying just because they just cut you the checks and you're not even going to try to be no type of bridge between them and the players. Like, come on, man, I'm going to need somebody else in there. You just doing everything the owner say, and you ain't trying to, I'm not saying bark back, but you're not trying to be just, going to the bat for the players, or not trying to be so harsh and heavy-handed on the players as much as he do. I just wish whoever commissioner could be just a better bridge between the ownership and the players, and not having everything to be contentious all the time, and not everything had to be going to the litigations, and we got to get out the agreements and got to, fight for new tooth and nail, and make everything so difficult before we get a collective bargaining agreement done, and then everything's just so catered to the owners, and just not necessarily just the owners, but the league having so much control over the punishment dished out. They get the veto stuff and everything. It's man, the NFL. They something else. They got like one of the strictest collective bargaining agreements. Because those football players know they need the money and they go on cave. They just, NFL just give them a little bump here and there, give them a little bump here and there, and the guys get back to work. They got to stand on their toes, and there's so much money that guys are making more. I'm not saying they're making more, but the much more money that they're making off the court, off the field. Man, they got to do something to make a stand for the generations to come. But you're still gonna be dealing with Roger Goodell, and it's gonna be tough when it comes to players getting in trouble or whatever the case may be. But not even just players getting in trouble, because it's not like anything. They on it even within the game. They making sure the NFL stay button tight to the fullest. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But I like a little taunting. I like a little entertainment, and then the whole making a big deal about the kneeling thing. I just wish he could have tried to set up a meeting or tried to done something initially, but before Colin Kaepernick got exiled out the league pretty much. But and not even just that's the only thing. He just I like the Adam Silver type of commissioner. And of course, people say he's Adam Silver for the NBA. He should be a little more stern than he is. And hey, I don't disagree with that. But now, you know what? Now that's another conversation for another day. Because I think about it. Because I was going to say the league is in a much better place. But I'm talking about in the NBA, but a lot of players just be having attitudes and be seeming very, very unhappy. And I think about it, Jeff Van Gundy said something about this the other day. He was talking to, his sources that he was talking to, and they just noticed, like, over the years, players is getting more money and just more attitude and just more even bothered. So yeah, I gotta correct myself on that. I don't know. Adam Silver might have to come a little bit to where Roger's at a little bit, and Roger might have to come a little bit where just a good, healthy balance. I'm a big believer. Balance is what you need. You need a good, healthy balance of anything. Too much of anything one way or another, man, it's no good. It's no good. You need that healthy balance. So I stand corrected. Either way, any commissioner across the board need good balance, good healthy balance. Be heavy-handed when it's deemed accordingly, and it may not be across the board. It may be subject to change, because it may be different. Everybody's different. Not necessarily saying star status. I'm not going by off that. I'm going off a track record. And who we know, who we believe to know the people to be are based off that track record. So let me move on, because I got some other news to get to, and the show gonna have to be wrapping up soon. I got plenty of stuff to get to, but I needed send condolences to Willis Reed family. Dies at age 80, Hall of Famer, and won 2 NBA championships during his legendary career with the Knicks. So condolences to his family and prayers for his family. Everything. I know he's 80, but still tough losing a loved one. So just be mindful of their family prophecy. Also wanted to give some shout out to Coach Rick Pitino. He formerly Idol. He is now the new coach of St. John's. So they gave him a 6-year contract. So congratulations with him. And he let it be known, he want guys that's gonna be passionate, love the game, committed to the work, all that. You don't really love the game, he don't want you. And then just like something like Deion Sanders saying, I'm glad you set in the tone, let it be known. I need the passion here. I need you to love the game, because I don't want to have to beat effort out of you. I want you want it bad enough. I want you to have that burning desire, that high level of 1-2 motor that's just don't never turn off. It don't never turn off. You want it so bad. And we know what it looks like. You fighting out there for the loose balls. You fight in every possession. You know the game. You educated on the game. Basketball IQ is through the roof. Work ethics through the roof. You feeling the game. It's instinctual. You love it so much. It's go all out, max effort, every possession for the 40 minutes. And y'all young. Y'all be okay. Y'all got plenty of energy and rest. That I don't want to, that I'm tired, that I don't feel like it, that don't exist. I don't want no guys like that on my team. Any of the teams that I love. I don't, even if I play for, I don't like that. That's not winning behavior. You need guys to be truly committed, truly love it, willing to put the work in, is putting the work in. Like, that's what it's about. So I'm appreciate he's setting the tone, let it be known. See, attitude and stuff like that, I need him to come to the NBA, coach one of these teams and bring that back. We need some of that coaches that like, hey man, we gonna have to move you if you ain't gonna be passionate, if you want to be doing the Anthony Davis and pick and choosing what games you want to play and stuff like that. We see. Ooh, we're going to get there. We're going to wrap that up with that. We're going to wrap that up with that because guys is picking and choosing, playing certain games, and just I don't feel like it. I don't got it in the analytics say this and that. Miss me with all that. We trying to win or what? You have high basketball IQ? That's what I want to know. If you have high basketball IQ and you consider to be the best on the team, one of the best on the teams, and we take you off the team, and you out for the game, your high basketball IQ is telling you that we have a very, very, very good chance to win without you. Because if that's the case, then we could just trade you and get more pieces. If that's what your high basketball IQ really telling you, we still have a great chance of winning without you. Really, then what do we need you for? We're supposed to win because we have you. That's what it is. We win because we have you. These other guys chip in whatever they do. This icing on the cake. You the cake, not the icing. Man, don't give me. We're gonna get to AD, but this is in general. But we're gonna get to AD. Trust that. Hey, you need a fresh gear, fresh clothing, go to Cashberry Clothing Brand. You need fresh gear, fresh clothing, go to Cashberry Clothing Brand. You need event planning. You need fresh bakery. You go to Dinar Delights. Excuse me. You need any fresh bakery? Go to Dinar Delights and Jody Blow Music for the intro. Jody Blow Music for the intro. Now I do got some other news that I want to run through because I'd already opened that door up and I'm ready to pounce on it. You already know. UFC 286. Leon Edwards wins by decision versus Kamaru Usman, and for him to retain the welterweight title. Now Kamaru Usman, I don't know what's going on with him, but he lost back to back to that guy. Man, you may need to take some time off and regroup and reconsider, read some letter, do what you need to do. Maybe you have to hang it up. I don't know, because you ain't looking the same after you ain't looking the same. Look like you lost a couple steps the last two fights. I'm just saying though. I'm just saying. And hey, please, anybody got something to say about that? I cannot wait to address it on y'all show or when I have y'all on the guest. And if anybody want to chime in, please call in 717-846-5067. Call in 717-846-5067. Yeah, I'm just got some other news want to run through before we get up out of here. Our Steelers, we did sign former Eagles guard Isaac to help our offensive line, and former Raiders tight end Foster. Excuse me, I don't want to botch his last name, but Maru, he's been diagnosed with Hodgkin leukemia following a physical with Saints. So, Saints medical staff. So, prayers up to him for speedy recovery and keep his privacy and his family, keep his privacy in mind. Be trying to prior with the questions and keep his family in prayers too, because it's gonna be tough for everybody to deal with. So praying for speedy recovery for him. Lakers and the Warriors combined to pay out more than $88 million in revenue sharing. Receipts shows. They had to pay that to the smaller markets and the revenue share. All these big markets making big buku of dollars, and these little itty bitty little markets that ain't doing too much. They making hand over fist type of money. Let me get some. I really don't agree with that. Come on, man, this is ridiculous. They can maybe get a little percentage, but when you got two teams combining for $88 million, like you say $44 million apiece, that's a little too strong. We might could divvy out, okay, you a little $20 million, depending on how a year go, it might be a $25 million, something like that. Anything more than $25 million, even $25 million, that's a reach. And we done did all this, bust our tail, make all this money for us, and we gotta put it back in the pot. It's not even just so the other owners can split it up amongst themselves because they didn't make that much. Same thing with 8 other teams. They paid over $75.6 million, and includes the New York City teams and the other Clipper team. Because the Clipper team was. Y'all already know it's Lakers town, so but they Hollywood, so they gonna. If it's something, they're going to get some people coming to the game, especially when they're playing the other players. I'm interested to want to know how the jersey sales are doing. But yeah, man, I don't agree with that. I really don't like that type of ordeal. That the amount or whatever percentage that is, it needs to be minus that. It needs to be because that's too much, man. That's too much. Or if y'all gonna allow them to do that. If that's the case, you say they had made more than what were projected, so obviously they got to dish out more to them. Since y'all got to dish out more to them, then we'll give y'all a little bump in y'all salary cap. You know what I'm saying? Can we work with me? We'll give y'all an additional 10 to 15 million on your salary cap, or a little extra $11 million on your salary cap. Just stuff like that. Can we get a little quick quote pro quote? Come on now. Basketball players and coaches mad at the end of the game, final seconds going down. You're opening goal scores before the clock, and no, excuse me, I botched that. It was I was saying players and the coaches and the Mavericks owners was upset because the Warriors, the refs, I don't know what happened exactly. Apparently the refs made the right call, supposedly, just to the Warriors, but they didn't tell the Mavericks, because initially it was going to be the Mavericks ball, and the announcers in the arena said it was the Mavericks ball, but allegedly the refs changed their mind, not just changed their mind when they got amongst themselves, they changed the call and only told the Warriors allegedly and not told the Mavericks. My thing is, the Mavericks, y'all see the Warriors all lined up at the opposite end, and y'all at the opposite end, and y'all just, what you think that was just playing a game of cat and mouse? Oh, by the way, you can, if y'all paying attention, y'all can clearly see that the referee is not over there with the basketball. The referee's on the opposite side with the basketball. What are y'all doing? What y'all baiting them in to see if what they gonna do? And clearly, Jordan Poole is calling for the ball. The ref is waiting, and gives them the ball late. And then you see one player come in all super late at the end when Looney is already dunking it. So Mavericks complaining about that. Obviously, they lost by 2 at the game of 2. I mean, it was a late 3 at the buzzer that they gave up because they wasn't fouling to make the game look good, to be losing by 3. But it was a last-second shot. The guys ain't playing defense because they know the game's won. It was that they really lost by 5. Let's be real. They would have been playing defense on the last series if they was down by 2 and they were shooting a 3 to win the game. Come on now. Or if they was down by 2 and they had the chance to tie it. No, they was up by 5 at the last seconds. So just something just for some fake outrage. But they desperate right now. They want to see above us. They on the verge of getting out the play-in game if they don't get their act together. The last 8-9 games of the season. So hey, I'm not mad at them for trying. But you missed me with it. Oh, by the way, I need to jump back over here. Lamar Jackson still has no offers He needs to get away from Ravens. I understand they're not liking that he's doing things unconventional. He's not the first one that got good contracts signed unconventional. Like, stop it. Because he wants to be the highest paid player ever. It's a big deal. So what? He deserves it. He's the next man up. And no, he shouldn't. Okay, not back down on what he believes in and what he know. If it was Joe Burrow, if it was Pat Mahomes, well, obviously Joe Burrow's the next one. Just keep it Joe Burrow's the next man up. Joe Burrow is going to push the market. He might get 250. So he knows he got to get his 231. Now he's saying it don't need to be fully guaranteed. Man, it don't. You go through the 6-7 years, all these fake years as you want. All he knows he need that 231 to be fully guaranteed. The whole thing don't got to be for cap purposes. If you need to draw it out for 10, 25 years, whatever the case may be, all he knows is he need that 231 to be fully guaranteed. Because Deshaun Watson got 230, and Lamar Jackson did every with the combination of off the field and on the field, he did everything better than Deshaun Watson. And we know just with all the allegations, that's a big bad light off the field thing on him. And he got rewarded, more than handsomely. He got rewarded like never seen before, especially in the NFL, because that was something different. And Lamar Jackson got an MVP on top of that. Hey, man. Lamar Jackson needs to get away from not Baltimore. He need to get away from the Ravens organization because they're doing him dirty. They're doing him wrong in there, and it will never be the same in there. It will never be the same in there at all. Now we got to wrap this up because I got to go. Paul George, he sprained his knee. He will be reevaluated in 2 or 3 weeks. He sprained his knee, hurt his knee, bump knees with the North guy from OKC. Also. Lakers, we 122, 111 win over the Suns. Austin Reeves was doing his thing. He had Lakers last 10 straight clutch points. Anthony Davis had a better second half. AD 27 points, 9 rebounds, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, and 0 blocks. We're gonna need a little bit. We're gonna need more than that. We're gonna need some more blocks than that. AD got 0 blocks. What you doing out there? Austin Reeves balling out there, was doing his thing. 25 points, 11 assists, career high, 4 steals. By the way, shout out to him for his last game for him coming through for the Lakers. 111, 105 over the Magic. AD only bring 15 points and 11 rebounds. Austin Reeves go for a career high, 35 points. And then that brings me to the Lakers, 110, 111 loss over the Mavs. AD late, Kiba last second 3 at the buzzer. AD for the second time this season, late on the closeout for the 3, game over. We lost. Like, really? Anthony Davis, you got to step up. LeBron James is hurt. LeBron James is allegedly coming back the last week of the season, whatever. All I know is, I don't want to say it, but we know Kobe Bryant will be playing. We see we on the verge. We at the same seed on the verge. Got to play. Kobe Bryant would have been back by now. But that's neither here nor there. Anthony Davis is supposed to be a superstar. You're supposed to win because we have him. You waiting on Austin Reeves. You want Austin Reeves to do it. I see it. You want Austin Reeves to take over. And not saying Austin Reeves shouldn't take over. This man's undrafted, all the story, 2-way player, all that. Man, this man got a partial guaranteed contract. Just got fully guaranteed around January. He ain't making no money like AD. Let's stop that. AD, step up, man. You gonna get me to say something I don't want to say, because I'm waiting. I'm reserving judgment because I'm on the verge of doing it. So I'm just waiting because I'm trying to wait to see if you're going to turn this thing around, AD. You need to turn this thing around because this is unacceptable. We're supposed to win because we have you're supposed to be taking. You young. You are young. Anthony Davis, 28 years old. You got it, man. You supposed to be balling out there. Dominating out there. You're supposed to be putting up the 30 and the 20s every night. Blocks, shots, all that. Anthony Davis, I'm going to need you to be better out there. Step up, please. You got to step up. We're going to address this soon. Please, everybody, make sure y'all tap in with me. April 15th, pull up to the live audience show. Go to my social medias. I appreciate everybody. We're going to let this cook, let it marinate, let it bubble up. Fresh Bar Sports Show, Thursday, 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. on the local community access channel. And go to my social medias. I'm on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube channel, Instagram. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and tell people about the show. And definitely, Lakers. We need to do better. But it's all on Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis, please, you gotta step up. Be better. That's all I'm asking. Just be better. Appreciate everybody tuning in. And we out of here. Another episode of Fresh Bar Sports Show.